So we have a King of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Cups coming out. It looks as if a water sign male or someone that is deeply in tune with his emotions has walked away or maybe ran away. There's two cards here with their back turned to the past. Seven of Cups. They were illusioned by what they thought love was. They were disillusioned, I should say, by what they thought of a relationship that they were in, relationships. There's a lot of illusions that are pertaining around this love that this King of Cups has, his heart. It could be past, where it is something that this man has learned recently and has walked away from, turned his back upon all these illusions of what he once thought love was. Judgment, pretty fitting here, right? Listening to your higher self when you're going through strife, when you are going through some kind of problem where you feel confused, especially with the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of confusion, dreaming, but disillusioned dreams, right? Thinking that someone's a certain way, but then the reality hits that this person isn't at all what you thought they were, right? So when you turn over a lot of cups and you keep finding snakes, dragons, whatever, right? Something that you don't want to see, you start to become disillusioned by what you thought is not. And then you have to turn inward, because all the outside influences that you've once looked towards for advice or guidance has led you astray, led this guy astray. And now this person has to look inward on what he actually wants, what is actually good for his soul, what his soul is being guided towards. Three of Pentacles, working, teamwork. Someone that actually works with him well, someone that fits. It doesn't have to be where you are the same person. You could be opposites. You just have to be complementary to one another in some way. He wants to find a team or someone to work with that is on the same bandwagon as him. Maybe you have the same desires, the same work, job, career, or some kind of similar interest where you can work together, be creative together, really brainstorm with one another. That's the beauty of being in a great group of any kind of creatives, or just a team that works well together. You're on a similar wavelengths. There's no competition. It's working together towards something together. So each person brings their own unique view, which everyone else respects. And the more different these people are, the better, because then you have a more well-rounded viewpoint, or you have more options for creativity. You have more options for production when different people come together and work well. This is what this person is starting to judge now. They're like, wow, I've been pulling all the weight myself. I've been trying to, love someone into becoming something different, which a lot of givers fall into, where they're with a difficult person, and instead of accepting the fact that the person is difficult or worse, right? They think that it's their fault. And they take the responsibility onto themselves to love the other person more, to give to them more, to become a martyr almost, right? If anyone has been stuck in a narcissistic relationship, you try to overlove a narcissist, they're just going to keep taking from you and taking from you till every last bit of your soul is gone. So again, when you give to the wrong person, it doesn't matter how much you give, how long you give. You can outdo yourself in the amount of love and acceptance you can give someone else. That does not mean or guarantee that the other person will change. So you have to come to realize that sometimes your illusions of who someone is or who people are can be detrimental to your own well-being. So now this person is really judging what's going on inside, instead of being like, you know what, I was supposed to listen to this person, and look where it got me. Look where it got me, right? Now I'm running away. So now this person is starting to realize that the company they keep is worth, it's worth a lot to them, and rightfully so, because the people around you will affect you. So what else with this work? What is this person going towards with work now? We have the Ten of Pentacles. They want success. They want marriage. They want a family. And the Seven of Pentacles. And they're willing to invest in the right people. Ten of Pentacles. Look at this card. It's beauty. It's family. It's legacy. It's something that you give and you're proud of. You know, you have a family of some sort in any way that you choose to define what family is. It's about coming together, camaraderie with a true family support system. The dog, the picket fence, the kids running around, the family parties, whatever it is that you find joy in connecting with other people, your community. Whoever your family is, this person wants that. They want that solidarity of family. That's what's going to work for them, because it's just a well-oiled machine, where it, of course, everyone has problems and little quips here and there, but it should just be these little tiny arguments, not these huge warlike scenarios with someone, right? When you're fighting so hard with somebody, you got to realize, like, maybe it just doesn't, it's just clashing, right? They don't want the clashing, they want it to work. You know, this person really wants teamwork. This is what I'm getting from this guy, is that he's willing to invest in the right people because he knows the value of teamwork, the value of having good people surrounding you. What else? Falling. Surprise. There might be someone around you that is looking at you, and you might think that it comes out of nowhere. It might not be coming out of nowhere, but to you, it might feel that way because you're not getting a lot of hints, or you're getting very small hints. That's why there's the surprise card here, falling fast and surprise. So love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process, right? The purpose of teamwork is not to lose your own identity in a team and become this one amoeba like substance where everyone thinks the same, everyone acts the same, everyone talks the same, everyone dresses the same, blah, 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 blah. Where's the originality? It's about being authentically you and working in a group setting where you're a team. A team relies on each other. Each individual part of that team is strong on their own. So even though you might get a romantic surprise coming soon, you know, obviously it says be open to them. From this person, I would be open to whatever kind of offer comes towards you at this time from anyone that might surprise you in their approach. But this man has thought about it long and hard about who he wants to invest in. It's all about investing in the right people with this spread here. Because it can make or break you. You invest in the wrong people, they will ruin your life. Around spring, something around spring. Maybe it happened this past spring, or it's just a new bubbling of new activity, new energy. Evidence, temptation. Confused. So there's a lot of negativity around this too because they're nervous. I'm getting from these, you know, these are all kind of negative terms here. So I feel like even though they've walked away from the past, right, they've definitely turned their back on their old way of thinking, their old way of looking at people, their old way of doing things, whatever it is. They know where they're going with the Ten of Pentacles. They know where they want to go. They know that they're willing to invest in whatever is needed to get there. They're listening to their inner judgments and really, you know, getting away with these illusionary, I can't think of the word, whatever it is, way of looking at people, like having a rose-colored glasses for everyone around you. Some, you know, not everyone's the same, so you can't look at everyone the same way and expect the same outcome of people. but there is someone around that is willing to, kind of, they're falling for you, and they feel like they can invest in you, but they're still nervous. They might need evidence from you that you are on the same terms with them, right? You don't have to ask them out and take charge, but you probably should be giving them some sort of like a cosmic wink of being like, yeah, it's okay for you to come towards me, or yes, I'm interested in you, I would be interested kind of energy, right? To give this person the green light to come towards you, because this person is looking for a long-term investment. They want this. They want this. So one more. I'm going to take that. We got options. Okay. So that might be the scenario here of